Hello viewers, Super GT here. How is it going? Another stream for you. Another one. I think this is, how many days in a row? 3? Maybe 4? Something like that. But I'm back for another one. And, wait, it's 4 in a row, isn't it? But today, if I remove myself, we're going to be taking part in the Polestar time trial event. So of course Polestar were added into the game for the first time in Spec 3 a couple of days ago. They've subsequently added this very time trial event, which I'm going to try and do my best to get a good lap time. And the number 1 in the world will get a trip to Japan. I might be going anyway, but why not try and double win, you know? Why not do that? On fire with the streams lately, yeah, man. Actually doing my job as a YouTuber for once. Imagine that. But yeah, so thank you to Polestar, because when I went to LA a couple of weeks ago for the World Series event, they were there, of course, and then, well, they gave me the drip, didn't they? Look at this. Of course, they gave me the limited edition Polestar Gran Turismo merchandise, which is very rare, very rare. And they actually lent me one of their cars to do the road trip. I don't know if you saw, I went to Laguna Seca, went to Grand Valley Highway, and I did it in the Polestar 3. The 5 is the one that's being added. So yeah, thanks to those guys. We're going to jump into their car, give it a go. Now, I wanted to show you something very quickly here, which is Mr. Igor Fraga, as you can see. Can Polestar hook me up with a car? I did ask them. I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind it, because it is actually a good car. So Igor Fraga did some testing. He actually went to Brands Hatch for real in the Polestar 5 and tested the car, which is quite interesting to see that Igor Fraga was in the UK. Yeah, Igor Fraga is a Gran Turismo World Champion 2018, Manufacturers Cup 2019 and 21, I think it was. Races in Super Formula, Super GT in Japan. Very, very fast guy. So he had a little quick guide here of kind of, let's just turn that down a little bit, just how to do it. And at the end of it, it sets a lap time of a 52.336. So we're going to definitely try and beat that, but we can certainly go faster, I think, because I want to go sub 50. Yeah, it's definitely up for debate who the GOAT of Gran Turismo is, in, let's say in the modern era, GT Sport, GT7, but you can absolutely make a case for Igor Fraga. Yeah, he won his first ever Super Formula race last weekend and was awarded Rookie of the Year. Yeah, it's him or Mick, I would say. Mikhail Hizar or Igor. I think it's between those two. For the best ever Gran Turismo player, or the best Gran Turismo player in the recent era, should we say. Not stopping until top 10. We'll see. We'll see, mate. I don't know where I'm going to get. I don't know where I'm going to get to with this. It's quite a short track, so the time should be quite close, theoretically. We've got Jeddah Racing there on a 49.7. I mean, let's have a quick look, shall we? Oh, we've got to sign up. Let me just read all of this, guys. I'm just going to read every single bit. Let's go from the start. Terms and conditions. Polestar 5. Of course I'm not going to do that. Of course I'm not going to do that. Barry R is waiting for me. I do hope not. Thank you, the incredible Mr. J. Speaking of the GOATs, I wouldn't mind seeing a Jan versus Igor race in real life. That is a real Gran Turismo race right there, isn't it? That'd be very good to see. That'd be very cool to see. Thank you, Sammy Snake. There he is. I'm too humble to suggest myself. Let's see if Sammy Snake set a time. I'd imagine it'd be up there somewhere. Rory's done a 50.7. Sparks 50.4. Tidgeny 49.8. I mean, that's got to be right up there, right? So Calster's done a 49.8. He's in the chat somewhere. Thank you, Grove Street. Absolute legend, mate. Absolute legend. Good to see you again, and thanks for becoming a member of the channel. Sub 50 puts you very high. Yeah, let's see what a sub 50 will give you. Right now, 43rd, technically. Only 42 have done it. So, I mean, that's pretty tricky. I don't think it's impossible for me to do that, but it's got to be a really good lap for me. But let's see what we can do. A top 100 in the world is a 0.1. We go a couple away. Yeah, top 250 is going to be a what? 0.3. Sammy Snake wanted to give someone else a chance. That's so nice of him, isn't it, guys? Sammy Snake, he's so good at this game that it's just obvious that he's going to win. So just holds back and lets someone else take the glory. That is just what a guy. What a guy. He's just one of the best to ever do it. Thank you, Guppy Fish 2007, member of the channel. Thank you very much, man. Absolute hero. Corned Beef Basti just won a Forza event, actually, and he's won a trip. He's won the GTWS Trip TT before at Road Atlanta. Yeah, so this is Jacob Balkett, the guy in third. Very accomplished Forza player. Really quick on Forza Motorsport. And then he just kind of randomly made the transition, or also played Gran Turismo, and is just super quick on this as well. So I don't know how he does it, but he is a bit of a goat. He is a bit of a goat. Okay, let's do our first lap, and then we can go from there. Okay? Okay, I'm doing it in grey. Do I want it in grey? Shall I rent a... Oh, we'll do it in grey. Whatever. Wait, can you change the colour? Wait, should we get a more interesting paintwork? We all know that good paintwork is worth many tenths. Yeah, so F1 today, big news, right? Max Verstappen on pole position. Duracell. Oh, the Volvo one's pretty cool. BTCC style. I like that. Thank you, Swedish Car Guy 86. I'm like James May in Top Gear. To slow and Swedish good. Lucky Super GT. Thank you very much, Swedish Car Guy. Yeah, Polestar from Sweden. I think it's quite a new brand, like a bit of an off branch of Volvo. I'm going with that blue one up here. That was nice. I don't know if you can. Oh, go away. It won't let me use it. What about this one? No. Oh, this one. Yeah. Okay. $21,000 for a paintwork. It is what it is. But yeah, Max on pole, Lando second, Oscar third. It's definitely going to be an interesting race, isn't it, tomorrow? I think Lando, he's where he kind of needs to be. He just needs to just drive to the finish, and just everything needs to be safe. But with Max there, I reckon Max will just back him up. Max will just drive slow, just make things a bit unpredictable. Maybe push McLaren back, and if you can keep a load of cars quite close, makes it tricky for the strategy, so they can't pit and they might be in traffic. You know, I don't know. It's really hard to know exactly what's going to happen. But if he just sits there with Oscar behind as a rear gunner, we'll see. Okay, first lap. Let's do it. So I haven't set a time yet. I'm just going to do one lap, see where we can get in the world. And of course it is electric, so it's quiet. So I'm going to have to do all of the noise making today. We can, of course, use the data logger later to try and improve our time even more. But let's just... Oh, God, that's wide. Let's just see what we can do without the assistance to begin with. Felt like an okay lap. Let's see what it is. 51.2. We've got a long way to go, guys. Okay. One lap done. Silver. $51,198 I need to beat for a gold, so I'm a little bit away, but 8,965th in the world. We have a lot of work to do. Yeah, TC you want it on 0 really, especially on a car like this. You know, it weighs quite a lot. You don't really need the traction. Yeah, Jeddah racing is a bit of a beast when it comes to this. Right, let's do a few more laps, see what we can get that down to. Hopefully like a mid 50, something like that. It's an awkward circuit for this kind of car, to be honest. It's a heavy car. But the track is very... it needs a lot of good cornering skills. Can't see past the ghost. Okay, that's the corner where I can probably gain the most time. Most of what you can hear is the tyre squealing. Okay, that's really bad. I'm going to do a couple of laps here. Let's just try and get at least a sub 50, 51. Not this one. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, that should be a mid 50 at least. We're getting there. 2.5. Okay. That's a solid improvement for, what's that now, 3 laps. Okay, so easily gold. Top 800 in the world. We're moving up, guys. We're moving up. We're going in the correct direction. 8 tenths behind, though. How these guys do it, I don't know. We've got Calster here, casually in 7th place in the world, and he's in the chat. What a legend. How does he do it? Have you met Jeddah? Jeddah Racing? I don't believe I have. Don't believe I have. You're forgetting battery boost. Use it, bro. You can't control that. It just deploys on its own. Press the gas pedal harder. There you go. There you go. That's the tip, guys. That's how you do it. Okay. At some point, I'm gonna resort to using the ghosts, someone else's ghost, but also the data logger, as I just said. Data logger, I think you can learn a lot. It's a brand new feature. I don't know if you guys don't know about it. You can kind of like, you can look at all your, how you did the whole lap, and then you can overlay it with a fast time, so like number 1 in the world, and you can see the differences. So we're gonna do that later. We're not gonna do that just yet. Thank you, Domingo, new member on the channel. Thank you so much, man. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great weekend. Use K1, the top Ferrari strategy there. Right, let's do a little bit more. I'm just gonna move. I'm going to move the ghost a little bit further away. I think it was a little bit close to me. Nope. Actually, no. 0.3 is fine, actually. Personal best ghost. Yep. Okay. Right, let's do another little session here. I think this corner I need to get narrower into that apex there. So I just need to turn a bit more over the curb on the right and just head in a bit narrower. It's hard to get the rotation in this car. Yeah, there's lots of time in that corner. Absolutely a lot of time in that corner. I've gone deep there again. Okay, I can see where I can gain. I think it's last corner and second corner. Primarily where... Yeah. Yeah. Second corner and last. I think that's probably the 2 places where I can gain the most right now. Not quite the line I want. How wide can you go here? Not that wide. Okay. Just go faster? Yeah. Why didn't I not think of that? That's insane advice, that is. That is insane advice. How does he come up with this information? Okay, come on. I did actually beat it. Slightly. It's like four-wheel drift in there. On the brakes too long in turn 3. Yeah, possibly. So obviously, when you're braking, you just got to time that moment, haven't you, when you come off of the brake, because that will just release the nose to then turn. But it is a matter of timing and technique, isn't it? Turn the AC off. Need a bit more rotation there, but that's okay. Oh, that was a bit better. Oh no. Not the line you want. Just carried way too much speed in. But there's easily a couple of tenths in this. I would love to be able to do a sub 50. I reckon I could on a... Oh, why is that invalidated as well? I maybe could go sub 50, but I'd have to do this for a couple of days. Okay, there's absolutely time in there. There's definitely time in there. Oh, that final corner is so awkward. So awkward. Can't really do a V line there. Doesn't really work. I'm getting on the power and back on it. The times are consistent, but just not quite where we need to be. It takes getting used to as well, not having to do any gears and having no audible response, if that makes sense. No sound. That's quicker, isn't it? There we go. Oh no, that's quicker than my 0.8. Wow, you really have to get the... If you don't get the braking point like dead right to within like 5 meters, you just go flying on. Hate the ghost car. Yeah, I mean, ghost car, I definitely think it helps, but you do have to manage it properly, like the gap to it and all that. You can, it just depends on the situation. I think overall I drive quicker laps with it, but yeah, you have to turn it off at the right time and make sure the gap is right. Otherwise it is a distracting thing. Okay, that is it. We'll drive straight to the line with that. Okay, 50.3. Let's see where that puts us. Cut turn 3 more. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of time in turn 3. I think on my best lap there, I was quite late on the power, so I've got to get the rotation and the grass, and then on the power at the right time to drive all the way out on the exit. It's quite tricky to get all of it right. That's a good point, Shorty, yeah. Drive a better line through the final corner to get a bit more speed on the beginning of the next lap. Okay, so that now is 340th in the world. Going in the right direction, 50.3. There's definitely tenths in that though, isn't there? So it's a 0.3, but there's absolutely a 0.2, 0.1, 0.0 I can envision right now. I'm not saying I'll do a sub 50 just yet, but a little bit more. We're gonna get there. Just try to drive better. Colado 92 with the tips. What's my IRL car? When I drive, I use a BMW M2. I have a BMW M2 competition. How do you use Simagic on PS5? You have to use a Sigma Cortex adapter. And then you can use it. It has to be I've got the Alpha U though. It's the previous generation. How's Jeddah done a 0.7? Yeah, I mean, these guys are insane. I don't know how they do it. Okay. Let's continue. Let's try and get top 250, which I think somewhere in the 2s, 0.2s or 1s. Why is Steve on the hard tyres, sports hard? Is it the tyre choice locked by the event? Yes. Yeah, so you can't. It's the same for everyone. So you just drive with what you've got. Okay. So at least try and get a lower 0.3 or a 0.2 maybe. What will the best time in the world be in the end? I mean, Jeddah Racing normally wins these things. So whatever he gets. Oh, I've got the power much better on the Ghost. That's way too deep. Yeah, that's a quick lap. We're getting more consistent at least. There's more time in turn 1 as well. I noticed I didn't quite get the line on the Ghost. Break enough. Oh, it's hard work. Honestly, this is such an awkward circuit. Such an awkward track. Quite a quick lap track. Wouldn't want too many cars. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done a race here myself in the series, but a couple of years ago I did an MX-5 race at Silverstone. So obviously Silverstone's massive for MX-5s. But they do it here in Brands Indy, and there's like 50 cars. So like, you're basically lapping people straight away, which is pretty wild. Okay, there we go. Like, massive cut right on the Ghost. Yeah, I lost time in the final corner. But that was a good first 2/3 of the lap. 0.4. Bit late on the power. Is that an improvement? A very slight improvement. We'll take it. It's always nice just to see that number go down. No matter how small the improvement is. It's just nice to know that you're going in the right direction. I think we got this corner cut on this left-hander quite nice. I think it's the final corner is the final corner is the trickiest one. It's one of the hardest corners in any track, I think, honestly. You have to like get the rotation. You have to almost steer the car with the throttle, it feels like. If you don't do it, it just takes forever to turn. Oh, that was nice. That was perfect rotation. Lost so much time. Okay. 369. Yeah, it's that final corner, like, it's so tricky to get the entry, because if you go too deep, you're just washing wide forever. So you kind of need to go in really narrow, I think, use the throttle to rotate the car, and then just kind of almost four-wheel drift it under control on the way out. It was a nice drift. But okay, 369. We had 2 chippings away there. Let's try and get down a little bit more. Bro thinks he's in Tokyo. Yeah, I'll get to the data log. I want to just try and really see what I can do on my own first. Yeah, the rotation I got through there on the Ghost was really good. Ooh, okay. Ghost lap wasn't very good in turn 3. Okay, that's a much better line. That is a much better line. I think I've got to roll off the brake a bit earlier. Brake still, but just less. 50.3. Okay, what have we worked out there? I think that was a much better line in the final corner. Go in narrow, come off the brake to let it roll into the apex. You just travel so much less distance. If you don't do that, you're just going wide, and you just have to go further because you're going round. Okay, that's good. That wasn't by no means a perfect lap. I probably lost a tenth in the first corner. And I missed the apex here as well. There's a couple of tenths there, for sure. Much better exit. Oh, look at that. Massive gain. Yeah. Yes, I think what you got to do is just slowly decrease your brake pressure going into that corner. 343, quite close. Yeah, maybe at that point, Shorty, where yeah, you kind of have to just go wide here to cut back. God, so fast on the power that I couldn't even stay on the track. I think you need more tyre flexibility. I'm going to box this lap for more flexibility in my strategy. Okay, don't do that. Can you bring back the early streams because it's too late here in the Middle East? To be fair, this is when I'd always stream. I always stream at this time. So when you say bring back the early streams, I never used to stream early, really. Apart from one-offs. Like updates and stuff. Okay, this should save a little bit of time doing that. Way too deep. This is absolutely beatable. How much time I lose there. Four-wheel drifting on the way out. Okay, this will be a bit slower. It'll be a 0.501. Well, it's nearly my record. Didn't expect that. It's a good sign though that we're going in the right direction. We're getting consistent. And that was a bad lap. That was a bad lap on a 0.3. Okay, we can get a 0.2, come on. Need more solar panels. More electrical charge in the car. There we go. That's a lot better. Through there. That might be better. Oh, there we go. 0.299. Okay, let's bank that. We're into the twos. Do you use a monitor or a TV? I use a monitor. It's a Gigabyte 32-inch, slightly curved monitor. There we go, into the twos. 216th in the world now. So certainly going in the right direction. We're nearly a second ahead of the gold time. Eighth on my friends list. Teaching me 49.8. Oh, what a guy. I don't know what my best lap would be if I connected all the best sectors, but it'll probably be a 0.1 or a 0, I think. What force feedback do I play at? Let's see the setting in the game. The in-game 5 and 2, so actually quite low. But then on the wheel itself, I have it quite high. So on the wheel, it's like 60%, I think. But obviously, unless you've got exactly the same wheelbase as me, those numbers are kind of meaningless, I would say. So 0.2, I'm happy with that. We're chipping away the tenths. You know, every couple of laps we get an improvement, so I think that's good. I'm trying to get that braking right into that final corner, because if you go in... You can brake later. You can brake later here. But if you're braking later and harder, the car won't turn as well if you're braking harder. And you need the car to turn well into the apex. So that's the issue with braking too hard too late. It just won't turn as you're braking. So, yeah, just trying to find that exact delicate balance into there is quite tricky. Predictions for tomorrow. I'm really hoping it's just like a mixed up race and it's drama to the end. You never know, right? Who would have predicted 2021 and like Latifi just, you know what, I'm just gonna throw it into the wall now. I would say Norris should become the champion. But I don't know. You never know, right? You never know what's going to happen. Praying for rain. Yeah, unlikely, I think, in the Middle East, in Abu Dhabi. He needs a Taylor Swift livery. Yeah, for sure. Anything can happen. That's the thing, right? There have been lots of races this year where I think, it's going to be a boring race, and then something spices it up. Some sort of safety car, some red flag or something. So you never quite know. I do think that the McLarens and Max are just like significantly quicker than the cars behind. So Lando shouldn't really end up in fourth. Like, he shouldn't. You never know, because obviously in Qatar he did, but that was with strategy error, wasn't it? Why don't you lift and coast? Lifting and coasting, you can do it a little bit. Like, you do it through turn one a little bit, but you don't want to spend too much time off of the pedals, because you're either not slowing down well enough or you're not accelerating enough. So it might help though. We'll look at the data logger in a bit, but I'm going to continue for now. We missed the Antonelli late braking. Please do drop a like if you're enjoying, guys. Get yourself subbed as well. How many subs am I on now? I think we hit 1.02 million yesterday. 1.02 and 53. Look at that, it just went up by one. Do you lift and coast in GT4 cars? Not for the purpose of saving fuel. I have done it once. There was a stint in the N24. Normally we can do 8 laps on fuel. So I was starting the race. I had to do the formation lap, so you have to do the full Nordschleife plus 7 laps, so 8 in total. But I had to save quite a lot of fuel to try and get a 9th lap, so formation plus 8. In the end, it didn't matter, but I did do it. I was lifting into certain corners and stuff. So sometimes you have to do it, but that's purely for like strategy in terms of trying to get one more lap out of the car. But for the most part, I don't really do it. You just kind of drive it and just go. Lando would be an undeserving champion in my opinion, just because of the amount of mistakes and drama he made throughout the season. I think Max has driven better overall, but I don't think Lando would be undeserving. I think whoever wins it has deserved it. It's sometimes the case that not the best driver will win a championship. That doesn't mean they don't deserve it. I would say Max, on average, has driven better. But that doesn't mean he's going to win it. And it's not always a case that the best driver wins every championship all the time. Yeah, Max is going to do a lot of lifting and coasting tomorrow, isn't he? Do what Sergio Perez did in 21. Oh no, I'm 4 seconds per lap off the pace suddenly, guys. I just don't know why. Undeserving was a bad word to use. I hope you get my point. Yeah, I mean, undeserved. I think if you win the championship, you deserve it. Yes, he's made mistakes. Also, Oscar's made mistakes. He's had actually a really bad run recently where he went disqualified in Baku and then finished 5th a load of times. So he's had bad runs. Like, you could argue Oscar's mistake in Baku was just like, that was stupid, wasn't it? Max's tantrum in Catalonia was a big mistake. He finished 9th in Hungary. I can't remember exactly what happened there, but they've all had bad results. They've all like not performed as well. I think the winner deserves it. And like there might be some weird thing that happens tomorrow where Lando somehow gets a bit of luck and he wins, and then everyone, oh, he doesn't deserve it. So, well, he does on the basis of 23 races or 24, whatever it is. I think he does. That's how I see it. It's based on a whole year of racing, isn't it? Rather than, is Piastri still in contention? Mathematically, yes. Realistically, I would say no. It's going to be really difficult for him to win the championship. He has to win the race. And then I think he needs to hope that Lando is like 6th or something. So, unlikely. Yeah, Lando made a big mistake in Canada. That was definitely his fault. And he was unlucky in Zandvoort, though. He lost 18 points there, I think. He was in 2nd, wasn't he? So that's a big loss. 18 points. So they've all had their moments. They've all had good sides and downsides. But I think whoever wins it, it's like, yeah, fair enough. It is what it is. Piastri seems to have lost his touch. Yeah, earlier in the year, like he had a really good run from like round, let's say like round 2 or 3 to like 7. He won 3 in a row. And then like, yeah, after the summer break, Baku onwards, nowhere. Just could not put it together. At one point he was, what, 33, 36 points ahead. If Lando doesn't win this time, he probably never will. Hard to know, really, isn't it? It just depends, obviously, how good McLaren is. They seem to be in a really good place now, but that doesn't guarantee anything next year, does it? New set of rules. Maybe they'll be the 4th best car, and Mercedes will be the best car easily, and Ferrari could come back. Who knows? Like, it's really hard to know, isn't it? You'd probably guess that Lando would have many more years in F1. He could have another 10, maybe. So the chance could come up again. But yeah, you're never guaranteed, and you just got to take the chance when it's there. You got to just maximize your opportunity, and this is the best opportunity you'll ever have, probably. So just got to go and do it. Yeah, let's get lapping. Let's do some more. Let's try and get in the top 200, and maybe within 1% would be nice, wouldn't it? And yeah, let's go and do it. Ferrari needs to come back. They really need to. I don't know. They've just really just not been there for 20 years. They've been like roughly there, but they've never had that killer edge. Like Red Bull and Mercedes have been the best two teams in the last 20 years. McLaren recently, but overall Red Bull and Mercedes have been the dominant forces. Ferrari definitely have not been. That felt okay. Oh, straight in. 249. First lap. That was good. That was nice. Use the handbrake. The old school gaming tactic. Okay. Chipped away half a tenth. 161st. 1.09% off the top. It's not called Twitter anymore. It isn't. It was so much better when it was Twitter, though. Twitter is a good word for what it is. Elon Musk just has an obsession with the letter X. Like, okay, fine. But Twitter, because birds tweet and that's the noise they make, and it's a quick chirpy thing to say, that makes absolute sense for what Twitter is. I still call it Twitter because it's a better name. Ah, the grass just, you can go out, you can go very wide out there, but like once you're on the grass it just pulls you out. Edgiest letter in the alphabet, isn't it just? Yeah, Twitter's the better name, there's no question about that. Tire Squill has entered the chat. It's loud, isn't it, guys? There's more time in there. Oh yeah, let's cut that. Turned in a bit too early, I think. Can I make engine noises? Boom, boom, boom. Jesus Christ, I nearly died there, running out of breath. I will not be trying that again. so tempting to turn in early. You just got to be patient. I like that a 50.5 is like a bad lap for me now. That's how you know you're improving. Slight improvement again. Oh my god, chipping away tiny bits. 150th in the world. 1.06. What would 1% be? I don't know what 1% would be. Must be in the 0.1s somewhere. Okay, 233. Let's go again. Driving faster is indeed clearly the key. It is, yeah. It's amazing that on the laps where I drive faster, I get a better lap time. There's definitely something to that. So if I can just drive faster more often, then I should get a better lap time. Whereas driving slower means you get worse lap time. And that's not what we're trying to do. So we're really working this out, guys. This is really just 500 IQ kind of stuff here. Isaac Newton is kind of shaking and crying at our sheer intelligence right now. Alright, let's go. Thank you, Ray Rivera. Hi, Steve. Long time no see. Yeah, thank you very much, man. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Be slightly slower. Messed up that corner. Messed up that corner. I think that was the best first sector I've done. And that was a good entry into the final corner, actually, I think. That's an improvement. 0.1. Whew, that felt a lot better, that little session there. 3 laps, 398, 354, 195. Yeah, that was a good lap. Happy with that one. There we go. Within let me say that again. Within 1% now. 122nd in the world. Top 100 would be great. What is the top 100? $165 to beat. So we can definitely do that. There's no question we can do that. Top 50. It's not impossible, is it? I really think that with a nailed on lap for me, I could do a sub 50. So we're getting there. Let's look. Let's look at some of the top replays and then do some data logging, and we can learn a thing or two. Because I think that lap time there, I could go a little bit quicker on my own, but I think we'll learn a lot more by watching. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. So the top time that has a replay is corned beef pasty. I just wonder if this data logger thing will stop people from... Oh, we have to back out to see the replay, don't we? Because now that the data logger's there, anyone who uploads their lap, obviously you can see all their data and stuff. So there is a way to not upload your lap if you're at the top. I'm guessing a lot of people are going to do that. Try to not upload their lap because they don't want people studying their lines and stuff. Yeah, that was my Scott Speed account. Wait, where is it? Who have we got? Scott Speed, Giga GT. We've got 2 Giga GTs, and Alex Albon, and Steve Brown. Giga G. That was my Shadow R4M Shadow GT, I think. That's what that account was. Okay, let's have a look at this. It just goes wider. A bit more grass. Oh, that tyre squeal. A bit wider there. Goes in narrower. It's really about using the very smooth, isn't it? Any grass here? Yeah. You can run it wide on the exit. Let's see what he does here. Oh, it's actually braking super early to get in really narrow to this. Just hold such a narrow line through the final corner. It's really impressive, to be honest. Thank you, MRC Tuned. Hi, Steve. Now that you've had a PS5 Pro for a while, is it generally a decent upgrade? Just ordered a Pro. Yeah, I would say so. Everything just runs quicker and smoother. The loading's faster. It just loads better. I think the graphics are slightly better. Not massive difference, but you can easily beat this. I don't know about easily, mate. That's a very good lap. I just want to see this again. You brake super early. I want to see his brake trace. Yeah, it's not really... You can see it's not really smashing the brake pedal. Okay, that's interesting to see. So I was getting... In my head, what I was working out was quite close to what he was doing. I just can't quite do it as well as he does. What am I doing? Going here. So yeah, I mean, super quick lap, just so tidy. No sliding or no unnecessary sliding. Just maximizes the line at all times and just doesn't drive any further distance than he needs to. Especially for the final corner, just like super narrow. Drives out, boom. Very efficient driving. Very impressive. Let's jump back in. Yeah, PS5 Pro, I would say it's... Oh, I didn't save my 195. Okay, so I want to use the data logger, but I... Can you do it against the... Oh, you can. Okay, you can load it against that. Okay, I'm not going to do it yet because I want to... This will be comparing to the wrong lap. Okay, so I need to improve once more. I'll save that lap, and then we'll do some data logging, and then, you know, we can go from there. It's all about managing the slip angle in the final corner. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, it is. You just got to get the corner, get the car pitched in. You want to get on the power as early as you can, obviously, but you kind of need it to be sliding slightly. Because obviously the corner exit is curved. So Steve just shared you to a couple of people on Facebook. I know. Thank you very much, mate. Always appreciate that. Okay, right, let's go. He actually came off a lot narrower than I did. Just really gets the turning done. Yeah, last two corners are, I think, also where I can save the most time, yeah. And my ghost is gone. Overslowed it. Okay, let's just get a lap on the board so we get a ghost again. So I think I need to brake longer but less. He actually braked really early, but just obviously didn't put as much pressure on. Just shared me on Mum's net. Hell yeah. That's where the real viewers are at. Once we get the Mum's net market, it's game over. Okay, so we get... That's going to be a 0.2. No. Yeah, 0.2. Okay, that's a good sign. We're nearly there again. That was by no means a perfect lap either. Oh, big gain through that. That might be it. Nearly. Right, just try again. That was a really nice entry, I think, to the final corner. I just didn't get the exit. The entry was good. I think I did what I needed to do. Just go really narrow. You almost got to like follow the trajectory of the curb. Any wider than that, you spend too much time going wide. 206. Did I do 206 twice in a row there? Seems like you're not using the full width of the track on turn 1. Yeah. No, you're right. There's more width on the outside on the left, isn't there? And thank you for the donation, by the way. That's very nice of you. But you are completely correct. There is a bit more width on the left. Gives you a bit more angle to play with. Don't know what the ghost was doing. Okay, let me turn the ghost off there because that was right in the way of my line of sight. That was a 206, that ghost, and it went in that narrow into the first corner. Okay. For God's sake. Come on. That was awful. Was that a good exit? I was sliding all the way through. Too hard. I don't think I'm far away from this improvement. I'm just need to string it together in one lap. Okay, come on. Stay in the slipstream with the ghost. One simple trick. No, that's not good. Slightly slower. Consistent? Yeah, use more grass. I do need to use more grass. You are dead right. Bit like that. That was a bit too much. Okay, right. Come on. Just calm it down. Yeah, that was gravel. Big T, good to see you, mate. And thank you, Isaiah Kelly, for the 20 Australian dollars. What time is it in Australia right now? It must be in the morning now. Right, come on. We can do this. We can't do this. Oh my god, just braking way too hard now. Yeah. Trying too hard on the brakes. This car doesn't respond well to... Because this track is full of corners where you're braking and turning, you've got to be light on the brake, not hard on it. It doesn't like it. Plug some AA Duracells for a boost. Get more solar panels on the roof. One simple trick. Yes, there it is. The slight improvement I need. Whew. Optimum says a 50.074 on the bottom. So we can definitely do a 0.0 with a fully strung together lap. And then we're really approaching that sub 50, aren't we? We are really approaching that sub 50. So how do we have to save the lap? So that's the 0.162. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's take a look at this. We can't compare to the top two because they haven't uploaded their laps, but we can compare to Mr. Corned beef pasty. Okay, so let's see what we can learn here. So first thing is, let's see where I'm losing through the lap. So this line here, this white line, which starts up here and gradually goes downwards, represents my time loss over the lap. Exit. There's quite a lot of loss there. It's kind of a bit everywhere, isn't it? It's only 0.4, but it's a bit everywhere. Okay, let's do the track map first. So first thing is you're approaching much further to the left. So it gets more of an angle. And then you actually... Well, apex quite close, but he's actually more on... Yeah, he's more on the right. So he's a bit wider on the way in. I think 2 wheels on the curb. 2 wheels on the grass, as you can see. He actually carries a bit more, just carries more speed. So at this point, I'm a 10th down. So 1/10 in the first corner. So coming up into the braking zone, I go in now. I go in a little bit narrower. So he does more of a U. I do more of a V. I go in too early. Have to slow it down by this point a bit too much. And on the exit, I actually gain a bit on the exit. So I lose 1/3 of a 10th through turn 2. So that's not too bad. That's okay. I lose a bit on the way in. I think I gain a bit on the way out. So here we're going in 0.14 behind. It's a bit wider. He definitely, yeah, so he's going wider in. I actually go more on the grass, but he goes wider on the exit. So he's carrying more speed there. And I'm losing time all the way up here. So he just takes, what does he do? He just takes a wider line, carry more speed, and goes wider on the exit. And then that carries him all the way up here. This is that bit of the white line where I keep losing all the way to the turning in point. So I lose like another tenth there. So he's just really maximizing the track a lot better than I am. So into this one, he's again a bit further out. Coming in. Apex quite similar. He's a bit further to the left. What was that? A bit further to the left, and then cuts a bit more early. Yeah, so that makes sense. I think I've gone in too fast here, which compromises me through the right-hand bit. So his line naturally takes him a bit left, so he can kind of gradually trail brake in to get a better angle into this final corner. And because of that, he can get on the power a little bit earlier, which is crucial. So you see the lines. 0.3 down by this point. I gain a bit there because I'm just carrying a bit more speed into the apex. I gain a bit here, but then from here to the end he gains about a tenth. Okay, thank you. You've been racing IRL. Do you think this is affecting your track abusing capabilities? You're trying not to die. I mean, I must say that when I race in real life, it doesn't, how to describe, it doesn't feel like an extension of sim racing. So if I'm going to try and cut all these corners here, if I turn up to Brands Hatch in real life, I just know instantly I'm not going to do the same thing. Like I'm just not going 2 wheels on the grass. So it doesn't really affect me, I don't think, like all this corner cutting and stuff. It does make you think about where can I gain time and where can I potentially go a bit wider if there is something on the track. But yeah. Yeah, he's minimum speed. I mean, we can take a look now, right? Let's go RPM. So through the lap, there's some big differences here. So let's just do throttle and brake because that's probably the best thing to compare. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so start of the lap, coming into the first corner. So he comes off the power. So he comes off the power a bit earlier, actually. So I'm holding, as you can see, into the first corner. I hold the brake at 100% for all of that. And he's going 100% at the beginning, and then he's trailing it off. And that's helping the car to just begin to start turning, which I do here. I do it a little bit, but he does it a lot more. So his car's rotating better, and he does gain a tenth on me, and I think it's because of that and the slightly extra track width he's using. Okay. Devil is in the details. It really is, honestly. When you start racing a lot, you have to like really understand this. Throttle. Okay, so that's a mistake. This is a tendency I have sometimes. On the exit, I go boop and back off again. So that big peak is me going on off on the power, which you don't want to do. You just want to go up once. You want to just accelerate once. So I need to get rid of that. After that, our throttle trace is quite similar, but you see that I should have just waited a bit on that first acceleration, then done the acceleration. I would have had a better exit if I had done that. Okay, so that's turn 1. By this point, at the end of turn 1, he's gained a tenth on me. Into turn 2. He comes off a bit earlier. So he has a bit more of a gap. Does he have a bit more of a gap? No, the gap is the same between the throttle and the brake. Between coming off the throttle and getting on the brake. And actually, our traces are very similar. The way that we've come off the throttle and gone onto the brake is actually incredibly similar. But again, on the brake here, he trails it off earlier and better to get the car to turn. So this is what I was doing in the final corner, eventually, just learning to like come off of it a bit more gradually. But that is definitely the key there. He's trailing it off and that just helps the car to just rotate a bit better. So that's that. I mean, I did only lose a third of a tenth in turn 2, so it wasn't too bad, but there's time to be gained there. So what's this? This is getting on the power on the exit. We've actually both got a very similar trace on power. He has a bit of a spike and then gradual, but yeah, I actually gain us slightly on the exit. And that's probably because of that spike. He's gone, whereas I think I've done it smoother actually. So entry could just do with a bit of work with the trailing of the brake. What's the green line? Is that the sector? So a tenth and a third down after turn 1 and turn 2. I think that's pretty good so far. Thank you, incredible Mr. J. With the experience of the new data logger and the power pack, how much do you think this will improve the online racing in GT Sport? It's hard to say. The online racing, because that normally comes down to sportsmanship. If that's what you mean, like how will people race against each other? I don't really envision this making people race any cleaner with their intentions, but they might be a bit better with their technique. So, right, coming down towards turn 3. So I come off. Why do I come off the power? I have a half lift. He just has a straight down lift. Okay, so I need to address that. I don't know why I've done that. Just be more... I just need to make sure I'm not doing that. Just straight down. And he goes much quicker onto the brake. Look at that, how steep that is. Just from 0 to 100%, like instantly. I think I trail off quite nicely. I trail off the brake actually pretty well. I think it's my line through there. Because I've done this thing again where I've gone... I've done this peak halfway through. Where am I? So I'm like... We're kind of on the entry now, as you can see on the map just there. On the entry to turn 3. I normally do that when I feel like I'm now going too slow into the corner, so I need to increase the speed. So I just need to brake less. Brake less here, so I don't do that on the power. And on the exit, on the throttle, he's just... That's where he gains. He gains a lot there. He's on the power earlier. It's exactly the same as what happened here. I did the blip thing. Boop. And then he got on the power earlier. So he gains on the exit. Same thing here. I did the blip. Then he gets on the power before I do. So he's accelerating earlier with a wider line, carries more speed. He gains a tenth, I think. So from here, a tenth and a half to here, 0.27. So more than a tenth I've lost by just being a bit silly on the throttle. Okay, here we go then. So we both lift at a similar time. I think the brake trace is quite similar as well, actually. I don't think there's too much to complain about. Right, what's going on here? Throttle trace. So he's on the power like way earlier. So he's carrying a lot better speed through here. So I think he just gets the car much better rotated so they can get on the power earlier. Where are we now? Middle of the left, right. Pretty much on the curb. Yeah, so I got to the same thing eventually, but it's that blip, isn't it? It's the half a blip on the power, then the full power. That's what I've done wrong. So that's just a habit I need to get rid of. Just slowing down the car too much and then thinking I need to increase the speed again. So yeah, he's got a better line, holds more power. And this is what I was realizing. He was coming off the power a lot earlier than I was. This is actually super interesting. Looking at this brake trace into the final corner at the bottom. Like his is longer. Like the yellow line is a lot. This. Look how much longer his brake trace is. Mine is all done from here to here. His is done from there. So he's braking pretty much on the curb off that right-hander. I did notice that in the replay, and then goes all the way to about there, which is kind of when you get to the curb, isn't it? Well, there's a long curb, but he brakes earlier and deeper with a more consistent pressure all the way through, and I do it in a less time. So he brakes. What are you doing? He's braking longer, but less force. I'm braking sharper with more force. I think that gets him a better rotation in the car. So I think that's what he gets there. That's his benefit. And as a result, on the power, you can just get on the power a little bit earlier. So from the apex of the final corner, he just gains all the way to the finish. Like gains about a 10th. You know what? 4/10, that's not too bad against a world-class level player like him. But this is actually an insight into like professional racing, like real-world racing, because you can get factory drivers who are like super quick, and if you turn up and you're 1 second off on a, like, let's say a Grand Prix track, like you're doing really well. It's like a 10th a corner, and this is kind of what this is. It's almost like a 10th a corner. Can you compare steering input? That is a good question. Lateral acceleration. Be nice. Yeah. At the Nürburgring, we have a data thing that does actually track steering angle. So I get is lateral acceleration. It kind of is the same thing. It's not exactly. Try gear. The car is electric. It's just one gear, so there's no difference in gear. There's a little bit of difference there. So I've got more load on the right, on the apex of that right-hander. So what does that tell me? Yeah, that tells me he's got more of the work done early, so his car is under less stress at that point. So he's taken the left-hander with a better line so that his right-hander, there's not as much energy in the car. So that's what I can tell from that. Just drive 0.4 seconds faster. There you go, guys. That's the advice, isn't it? Yeah, okay, I think that's enough of that. Let's we kind of know what we need to do. Should I try and follow him? That could be the secret, you know. Let's try it. I'm going to try following his ghost. Could be a disaster, but 101 in the world. Ah, okay, we need a little bit more. Ghost settings. Loaded ghost. 0.3. Reset ghost position. Yeah. Okay, come on. Normally, chasing a ghost which is a little bit quicker than you does tend to help, in my experience. But let's see. Okay. Come off the brake way too soon. Yeah, lateral G isn't fully representative. Yeah, I was hoping for like steering angle. Just tell me the steering angle. That would be nicer to see, but yeah, lateral G doesn't fully represent it, does it? See how fine the margins are where you got to just get that rotation. I was okay until the apex there. That was a good spin. Okay, come on. This is the frustrating part of a time trial where you're just like chipping away a bit of a tenth. Okay. You know what, like, it's just such a well-refined lap. He just gets everything nailed. But let's see if we can improve by following. Not like that, we won't. Wow, that just really washed wide there. Getting in the top 100 would be very nice. See if we can do it. I reckon, well, I should be able to do it. Just got to string it together, guys. Look, I don't know if that's good. I was definitely slow in the final corner. Oh, okay, 186. Okay, that bodes really well, actually, because I messed up that final corner. Well, I messed up, like, a lot of that lap, actually. That's good, though. We're near enough on our PB on a lap where I feel like I messed up. So, there was a 10th. There's a 10th in that, for sure. Yeah, Sector 1 was good in that lap. Sector 2 and 3, not so much. No. Yeah, the Ghost... Honestly, I think 0.3 and then let it reset on the sectors is good for me. I think that's... 0.3 is a good distance. So you can kind of see past the Ghost as well. But then it resets on the sector if you get too far behind. So I'm quite happy with the gap, I think. Too much sliding. Just getting so much better. Let go of the brake too soon. Okay, so that'll be like a point 302 or something. 306. Oh, I did the spike thing with the power. Stop doing that. Just accept. Let's abandon this lap. The tyres are screaming in pain. They've been through a lot today. New PB. One, 2, 7. Getting there. Didn't quite get the entry into the final corner that I wanted. 84th in the world. Yeah, that last corner was not good. I didn't get the line. If you get the line turn 4, the left, you get that one wrong, it offsets you into 5 and 6. So 4 is really important. That's the line, really. lifted off the brake too early, that. That's what that was. Oh my god, if you don't get the rotation mid-corner, you're just washing wide so much. Yeah, brake smoother for a bit longer. He just takes such a good left-hander. Turn 4, he gets it really, really nailed. He gets the line so good and carries so much speed. Gets a really good angle. And be smoother on the power, yeah, definitely. Not smooth enough. It's 0.1. Point 1 is good. I'm getting those a bit more consistently now. Come on! Tricky car to figure out. It is. It has a lot of intricacy because of its weight. You got to be super good on the brake. You'll be good on the power as well, actually. It's really tricky to get all the factors in one lap. Come on, that's good. That's got to be a PB. The exit of there wasn't the best. 0.0. We're in the zeros. Okay. '75th in the world. It's good. How many people have done a sub 50? 43 people now. Oh, come on. Yeah, it was a good lap. I think the exit... Wait, I want to... Can I see quickly where I lost the time? I can. Let's just quickly see where I lost the time to the ghost. Pretty much, yeah, exit of turn 3. So at this point, I'm less than a tenth down. Yeah, it's the exit of turn 3 is probably the biggest loss. And I could see the ghost driving away. So yeah, I just didn't take enough grass. Didn't get on the power early enough. So that's definitely the corner to work on, I think, on the exit. And then here it's a bit... Yeah. So at the end, just before we turn into turn 4, I'm 2 tenths down. And then from there, I lose a tenth and a bit. Yeah, I'd say that's the single biggest loss there then. Exit of turn 3. Yeah, and I'm still doing the blipping thing. I did it there, didn't I? I did it there. Where's that? Yeah, through the left-hander. I did it on that lap. This is the thing though, it's super hard to like tune out these habits that you have. Sometimes just in the moment it's instinctive and you don't think about it. But at least we know what it is. Would TC help a little bit? I don't think so. I don't think it would just straighten up the car too much when you're trying to get on the power. You just need to like feather the throttle in the right way, but I don't think TC would help. Done it again. Overbraked. Need more grass there. That was a better exit, but still not perfect. Okay. 0.2 maybe. That's a 49. Yes! Come on! What a lap. Get in there. Oh, goodness me. Whew. 36th in the world. That's not bad. For someone who does not get on with time trials usually. I'm not normally a good time trialer. Let's save that best lap replay there. Woo! We're within a tenth of Ticheney. Imagine that. Oh, that was a pretty good lap. I mean, there's still time in it, I would say. Look at that. You know what? It feels really good when you just deliver a lap and you're like, you know what? I'm with the good players here. I'm with some good players. And even that wasn't perfect. Still made a few mistakes in that lap. It was good. It was good. It was smooth everywhere though, I think. Mum, get the camera. Tell your grandchildren about this one. Let them know where you were when Super GT got 36th in the world. .49.8. I mean, it's not out of the question completely, is it? So where do we lose our time on this one? So the gap was 1/4 of a second. Actually, it looks like half of it's up there. So by the time we go into turn 2, I'm 0.064 on the exit. Yeah, so from here, exit of turn 2 until the end, I lose 1/10. 1/10. So actually this one, my sector 1 was the worst. That's where I lost most of the time. I didn't do any of the blips on the power. And you can see on the exit of 3, I actually got on the power very well. I actually had really good rotation there. And actually, if you look at the white line here, it goes up. So I actually gain all the way to the next corner, which was a rarity. I know it jumps up and down a bit there, but would I be top 10? I don't know what my best sector 1 is, but that wasn't it. Wait, or was it? Exit of there, 10th. I can't remember what the gap was on my other laps, but I think I've gone quicker through there. A little smoother in the final, yeah. Overall slower turn 2 with the tighter line. Maybe, but I think he was actually. So what is it? I'm losing on the braking on the way in. So wait, what's his brake? Very similar. And I gain mid corner. So I'm too slow on the way in. I gain a bit on the middle. We're looking here. I lose time on the way in. I gain it back halfway through, and then I lose a bit more on the way out. So I'm gaining in the middle of the corner. I just don't think I was smooth. And he gets on the power really well. He gets really good rotation. 6p for your fans here in the Philippines. Big shout out to all the fans in the Philippines. Love it. Please do drop a like if you enjoyed this stream so far, guys. Get to 1,000 nearly there. Get yourself subbed as well. How many are we on? 1,020,068. Very nice run, dude. Thank you, Seanster86. Message in the from PSN there. Yeah. Let's continue, I think. Let's just keep going a little bit more. Sub 49. Let's continue until we do sub 49. Do you know how many tries it takes to do a top time like the top one? Honestly, I don't really know. So if we look on the leaderboard, like you can view their profile, right? So this month he's done 760. Obviously, you don't know what they're driving. So today he's done 88 miles. And then, was it yesterday, did like 300. So Jeddah Racing normally just does time trials. Doesn't really do much else. So he could have put 300 miles into this time trial. I don't know, though. Let's see what Kai did. 611. Again, you don't know if it's all spec 3 or if it's just for this. 123 miles today. It's really hard to say. Like, how many have I done? Because all the miles I've done today is because of this. I've done 123. So that's all on this time trial. I know that's not. 78. I've done 78. But I think the top guys, they just understand it really quickly. They can probably do it within 10 laps, maybe 5. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with how quickly I've done it. It hasn't taken. It's taken 2 hours. but the amount of laps and the temps is not, it's not hundreds, it's like tens. But yeah, no way, 5 laps, not for that time, not for a number 1 in the world, but like he could probably do a sub 50 in less than 10 laps, like 5 laps. But then to get the number 1 in the world, yeah, you're gonna have to put in quite a few more laps to get that. I'm super happy with that. It's so nice when you come out of that final corner and you know that the delta is good enough. You know that you're going to get the time you want. It's a very nice feeling. And 49 just looks so much better than 50. Too wide. Big improvement there. I like how now 50.1 is a standard lap. That's how you know you're getting better. Like 20 minutes ago, that was like, oh, new PB. Thanks for the message there, AGGMR. Oh, didn't get the angle I wanted through that. There's definitely more time in this. I'm super happy to do sub 50, top 50 in the world. I think there's more in it. You can do it, I believe in you. Thank you. Thank you very much, good sir. I'm getting tired now. Did some Zwifting earlier. My legs are gone. Whoa, hello. Oh my god, man. Come on. What's my FTP? Today it went up to 186. That wasn't on an official FTP test, but it was like a, how far was it? Like a 13-kilometer route that I did. It went up to 186. So it's nothing crazy, but I'm not really much of a cyclist. I've only just started, really. Do a ramp test, you're probably well over 200. Okay. You know what? I realized I think I had my chain misaligned on my bike. I was using the wrong setting. So like, I changed it, and instantly my FTP felt a lot better. Or I could cycle at higher watts, like a lot easier, like 20% easier. I was struggling to break 130, 140 at the beginning. Yeah, right, let's concentrate. Come on, we can do this. I'm gonna have to turn the messages off, I think. Quite distracting. Wow, the brake pedal is so crucial to this. Yeah, the tyres are screaming, aren't they? Screaming in pain. How far am I? I'm a 10th and a half off of top 10 in the world. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. That's the correct line for a Polestar. I mean, a Polestar isn't really meant to be a track car. We're doing the best we can with it. I drove one in LA, or to San Francisco from LA. It's perfect as a luxury car to just be comfortable in. Girlfriend loved it. We had all the reclining chair, heated seats, had a massage chair. That was good. I was using that. Like loads of space in the back. All of that stuff is perfect. If you're just picking someone up from the airport, it's like, wow, there you go, perfect. It's what you want. For driving it around Brands Hatch, probably not. It's not what you want it for. Right, come on. Oh, I don't have any water with me. And again, Gran Turismo, they've modelled this track really well. They always seem to do it. I felt okay. Don't know if that'll be a PB. I did mess up turn 3. 50.0. Half a tenth off. They do clean car clinic. No engine noise. Does not help either. No reference. Yeah, it's definitely a different way of driving. You can't get in the same flow of like engine note and where you are in the gear, and so it does take getting used to, for sure. Because yeah, as you say, you don't really have a reference. Sometimes you know if you've taken the corner well, because like, say in a petrol car, a certain corner might be gear 3, and if you're hearing like a certain amount of revs, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm going quick through here. Too much sliding on the way out. The Ghost is number 3 in the world. So you can see I'm not too far off it. It is just slightly better everywhere. There'll be a 0.0. Okay, we've done 2.0s there in a row. Well, nearly in a row. So that's this is just what time trialing's like. Like your new standard lap becomes like a tenth quicker and a tenth quicker. But it's just, for the most part, a how do we call it? Trial and error process. Too wide. Come on, Calcer. Yeah, sub 50, mate. I did it. Managed to do it. I'm very happy because when I was getting a 50 point, let's say 0.3, I was like, I don't know if that's really possible. Because I'm a quarter of a second off the number 1 in the world. Like, I'm actually really happy with that. I know it's a short track, but that's maybe half a second on the Grand Prix track. Oh, it's really good until that. What's my PSN ID? F4H underscore super underscore GT. How many times have I made that stupid mistake of getting the cones? Change your oil. Top 1 electric car tips of the day. Change your oil. I can't wait for the F1 tomorrow. Have we tried a stage 4 servo? I haven't yet, actually. I would easily be #1 in the world if I did that. I had the angle and then it kind of kicked back, got on the power just like a bit too sharply. Gee, Valerio Gallo, hello mate. I know, I'm him. 36th in the world, I know. That's greatness. By my standards it is. I downshifted there. No, too wide. I think the single hardest thing for me is probably that transition through the final corner of off the brake onto the power. Only a 0.1. I'm overdriving a little bit now. Lap times are solid, but just not quite where I need to be. Yeah, the Ghost is a 740, I think. Mid-7. I think the fastest in the world is a 706. A very low 7. I want to see your time flash tag. I'm sure you'll be right up there. Who needs sleep anyway? Come on! That was a good one. Exit wasn't the best, but... Ah! Ah, God. I thought that was it. Yeah, I didn't quite get the angle in the final corner. I think I'm committing a little bit too early, which means my exit's washing wide. Still a good lap though, yeah. So I need to get a slightly better angle so that I can get on the power a bit earlier. Like, you want to get on the power, but you have to do it when when the angle's good. Because he comes off really narrow compared to me. Are you giving it another 30 minutes? I'm going to keep going for a little bit more. I'm not sure how much longer. I do feel like I'm quite close to chipping away another little bit of time. That's his Nick Goot. Does anyone know my optimal? Out of all the laps I've done, I'm not sure. I'd imagine it's like a low 9, 49.9, low, maybe an 8. If you connect all the best sectors, but I'm not sure. I need to brake less. Point zero. Yeah, this is the thing, like, I'm getting good laps, but it's always like one corner's wrong in the whole lap. It's really difficult to get all of the corners correct in the same lap. God. Release the brake earlier, yeah. It's really difficult to get the balance right though on turn 2, because if you release it too early you just wash really wide. Like, holding the brake gives you a bit of stability. I think the crucial thing I'm getting wrong on turn 2 is getting on the power. I think I'm getting on the power too sharp. Just that rotation in there. Just brake and just come off a bit more gradually. Just forcing it way too much. Yeah, you can't change the brake balance. It's a pretty static time trial. Or just about in. Too wide. It's that bit there, just getting on the power, so difficult. Gotta do a battery swap. Find a Tesla charger repoint? Charge point. Yeah, I don't think if you go two wheels on the grass, it just kills you through the left-hander. So I don't think you want to do that. Feels quick, but it just kills your tyres. No, not enough. Lifted too soon. It's actually quite tricky to get that sensitivity. I'm not quite getting the feel I need. It's another 0.0. I think I've reached that point where I need to have a break and maybe come back another day. I did a big drift there. What's going on? You're hitting ABS in the first turn. Honestly, that's what you want. You want to hit it. Honestly, the first corner is not the problem. First corner is not the problem. The problem with the first corner, if anything, is the power and the line, not the braking. A T1 ghost brakes about car length later, holds at 80% for a while. You're trailing off too quickly. Yeah. It's the other corners that need to worry about though, really. Kauster was 4th earlier. Where's he now? 9th. Almost out of the top 10, mate. Absolutely washed. Have to get it back on there, Kauster. Even I'm quite close to you now. Why you no sleep? It's midnight. Because I'm streaming. I'm doing my job. I'm stuck at 53.5. Okay. Yeah, that's it, Calsto. Just, you got to give up now, mate. I'm within 2 temps of you, so it's good night. Good night, sweet prince, Calster. You've had a good run, though. You had a good run, so you had a great career, but now it's got to end. You've got to pack it in. Try another ghost. Is there... Which ones can you follow? We can follow Calster. We've been talking about him. Let's follow his. Okay. Let's see what he's got. This is where we beat him. And truly end his career once and for all. Not like that, we won't. He takes a bit of more of a V line, doesn't he? Through there. I think I just need to steer more when I'm getting on the power. Just deal with the oversteer. Ooh, okay. That's my second 49. And I just steered a lot. Coming out of the final corner, I just steered more. There was a bit of oversteer, but I just corrected it and just come off on a narrower line. That was good. Okay, we've learned something. Just... Get in there, Lewis. Yeah, let's keep going. Can definitely make an improvement here. That's not it, is it? Yeah, this lap is a write-off. Okay, come on. It's a lot of grass. Not the best line, just still braking a bit too late. Could that be a point one? Come on, I did the double throttle thing there. Need to not do that. Turned in too early. Turned in too late. Let's go wide here. Turning too early. God. Yeah, S1 was pretty good there. Then S2 happened. Yeah, dipping two wheels in the gravel just really doesn't help you. I think I'm doing that final corner similar to Calster there. You just get on the power and then just deal with the slide that happens. Oh, come on, Calster. Give me a chance, bro. God, I can't quite seem... Yeah, rotation is key. I can't quite seem to get it right at the moment. I don't think I'm getting close now. I'm a bit further off now. 37th. I've moved down a position. I think we're gonna have to leave it there, guys, because that was a solid attempt. I might come back and try and improve this. We've got 5 more days to try and do it. I've hit my limit for now, I think. I could definitely... I really think if I put a few more hours into it, I'll get a 0.8. But right now, I think I've done too much of the same things, and I'm not getting any quicker, so... It's just one of them. But you know what? I'm super happy with the time there. That is 49.9. I wanted to do sub 50. I didn't know if that was realistic or not. And I guess it was. 37th in the world. As we can see here. 37th. Not bad. So I think that was pretty good. Yeah, guys, tomorrow, massive race in F1. Super excited for it. Can't wait to see how it goes down. Nicely breaks it to 50.3. I mean, 50.3 is still a great lap, mate. It's top couple hundred in the world. That's 230. So, 0.3 is a very solid lap. Yeah, Jeddah Racing's always first. Yeah, please do drop a like if you enjoyed the stream. I think this was, obviously a bit different from me. I don't normally do time trial. But Polestar wanted me to cover it, so it's in the game. Might as well do it, you know. And it's good to try and drive different cars to learn how they perform. Actually, I learned quite a lot of it actually about how the throttle, the throttle and the brake and turning in and trail braking. Actually, you learn quite a lot when you really go into the depth there. So I think it's pretty good. Super GT F1 watch party. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to go to a friend's house. I think we've got like 10, 12 people going to watch it together. So that should be good fun. Just going to go and enjoy it, you know. And maybe one day in the future we can do watch parties. But for now, I'm just going to go and enjoy the race. But guys, yeah, please do subscribe if you've enjoyed any of this. And please do drop a like before you leave. But yeah, it was good fun today. Hope you've enjoyed it. I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow because I've done 4 in a row. But we'll be back on Monday with the new daily races. And maybe if you want me to try and complete the power pack, we can go through that. I want to do the 24-hour races at some point as well. But take care, guys. I'll see you very soon. Have a great day. Have a great remainder of your weekend. Enjoy the F1 tomorrow if you're watching it. And see you very soon. Bye-bye.